Warmer weather, sunshine, and more people spending more and more time outside in their yard. So we brought in Pete Henrikson. He's the owner of GrassRoots Tree and Turf in Charlotte to help you with your plan of action to perk up your yard and your landscape as well. First, let's talk about the biggest area for a lot of people that they see. We're talking about the lawn. So you're saying right now is the best time to tackle weed control. So what should people be doing or looking for?
Well, for all lawns across the United States, springtime is a great time to put down a pre-emergent herbicide. This is really going to help the lawns reduce weed pressure into those hot summer months. In the South and up along the Pacific coast, it's a great time to get those early spring weeds cleaned up with a post-emergent herbicide and then start to feed the lawn as it enters the strong growing season with a well-balanced, nitrogen-rich fertilizer to get it greened up and looking great.
Okay, so from above the lawn, we got things over the lawn, like perhaps trees and shrubs. So what should we be doing now? I think about, the Masters coming up next month with the beautiful azaleas. So how can we get our shrubs kind of popping like they do in Augusta?
Well, good luck catching up with Augusta National. But most homeowners should start with a inventory of the trees and shrubs they have on their property. Many of the shrubs can be trimmed in the springtime. Some of them needed to be trimmed in fall. And we want to make sure as we're trimming them at the right time of the year to ensure we're not trimming off the flowering buds or any of the new shoots. So take an inventory and make sure you're trimming your plants at the right time of year. Finally, it's a great time to fertilize the trees and shrubs to give them the nutrition they need to really bloom beautifully in the springtime and grow the heavy branches and leaves to get them healthy as the warm weather warms up and the heavy rains come.
And I know you're in the southeast, Pete, and like I mentioned before, azaleas, but you can still trim the azaleas, but you have to wait till after they bloom. That's the best way to take care of those, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And one of the most beautiful ornamentals we have down here in the southeast.
Now, as our climate has changed, have you noticed a difference in having to deal with certain pests earlier in the year than what you have maybe even 10, 15 years ago?
Yeah, I think, the seasons have definitely started to cycle differently. Here in the Southeast, we had a really, really hot summer last summer and a really, really wet summer. So we started to see bug pressure early. We started to see some different pressures on the lawns and ornamentals as well. As professionals and also as homeowners, we really need to take our responsibility to ensure we know what we're putting down our lawns and think about the ecological systems that we're working within. And really think about Mother Nature first and do our part. One house at a time makes a huge difference across the United States.
All right, great information. Thanks for your time. That is Pete Henrikson, owner of GrassRoots Tree and Turf in Charlotte, North Carolina. Thanks for joining us this morning.